We are holding in the Maim of Atat Tzava Tov Shin Mem Aleph, and the Rebbe starts off the Maim of Atat Tzava Es Bnei Yisrael V'yichu Elecho Shemen Zayizach Kosus Lamar La Lois Ne'tomid. And you should command the Bnei Yisrael, they should bring to you the pure olive oil, which has been beaten, crushed, for a ma'ir, and it means in order to give off light, and we'll see the diuk in that later in the minor, and it should be a flame that is constant. So he asked in the first ois questions on this word that Vata Tetzava is an unusual language. Usually it's not that Hashem said to Moshe, you should command, but just in the name of Hashem, command the Yidden. Why was the oil brought to Moshe? And why does it say Lamar instead of Laheir? Lamar means a source of light. And in the next pasuk in the Torah it says it should be lit Erev at Baker for evening to morning. Here it says Ner Tamid. So we're up to Ois base, and here the Rebbe is bringing from the Friedrich Rebbe's Maimah that was said in Tofresh Peizayin in 1927, a Kibbul HaYehudim, and it's in the beginning of, in that Maimah, he talks about this pasuk also, Vata Tetzava, and he explains that the word Tzavtza, Vata Tetzava, comes from the word Tzavtza v'chibur, that it means to connect and to join. So we're holding on Ois base at the end of the second line. And this is what it means. You should command the Yidden that Hashem said to Moshe. You should command the Yidden that Moshe should join the Yidden to Hashem. And so that's the directive Hashem gave to Moshe. His job is to help the Yidden connect to Hashem. And through this, that Moshe does this for the Yidden, he's mashpiyah, he gives over to the Yidden, that he connects them to Hashem. When Moshe is mashpiyah, it means that he helps them connect to Hashem. It's not, here mashpiyah doesn't mean he gives them something. In other words, he helps bring out from within them their ability to connect to Hashem. Every Yid has a neshama, which is a chelik elikam mamash. It's a godly life energy within every Yid. However, usually every Yid, most Yidden, we are ruled, or we feel the most presence of who we are, and nefesh habamis, aguf and nefesh habamis, a body and the feeling of self, of the enlivening soul, the nefesh habamis. But what's the real chayes of a Yid? The pnimius of a Yid is his nefesh alikis. So when we're speaking here in this context, Moshe mashpiyah li Yisrael, he adds in the bracket shemekasha oisamim eirin soif. He connects them to Hashem. Not that he's giving them stuff, but helps bring out from within them that inner connection that there is, that we have to Hashem. That's a part of the neshama. But in the average Yid, it's not revealed, not to the fullest. So through this process, al yedei through this, Moshe helps the Yidden connect, is nasi yisroid, but he suffer, but Moshe also has gained from it. There's a yisrin, there's a gain, and added in Moshe himself. The Moshe, how is this the case? How does it work? So we have the Torah says in the relationship between Moshe and the Yidden, and we're going to see that it doesn't only apply to Moshe and the Yidden, but it applies to the Ispashtus of the Moshe, the extension of Moshe, the Nasi, the leader of the Yidden, every single generation. So the Moshe of Yisrael, Haim Dugmas, Rosh V'Regel. The Yidden and Hashem, the Yidden and Moshe and the Yidden are like a foot, the head and the feet. Commissioner Kosov, as the Pasuk says in Baal Loischa, Sheish Meyes Elef Ragleham Asher Anoichu B'Kirbay. The Moshe was speaking to Hashem. He says, the people amongst who I am are 600,000 men on foot. So he refers to the Yidden as Raglei Ha'am. The Chol Yisrael Haim Raglaim de Moshe. That all the Yidden are considered and is looked at and referred to as the Torah as the feet of Moshe. How so? And Moshe Rosh Lahem, and Moshe is the head. So you have the pasuk where Moshe refers to the Yidden, the 600,000 Yidden, means the general, all of the Yidden that in the Midbar, who are referred to the feet of Moshe, Raglei Ha'am. And so the relationship is like this: that Kamosha ba'odam hariglayim malichim esarosh l'makim sharosh mitzad atzmei eina yochol l'giyusham. The same way as a regular person, the feet bring the head to the place that the head cannot reach on its own. It means the head is the guiding force of a regular person. It says, I want to go here, I want to go there. I need to go upstairs, I need to go downstairs. I want to go to the kitchen. I need to get to work. I've got to make a plan and go somewhere. So in order to get where the head guides the person to go, in order to get there, the feet have to take the head. So the head is the guidance for the feet. If Chas v'shalom, the person's feet aren't working, then the head can't get there. The intention, the plan of what the head wants, what the brain wants, the guiding force wants of the person is dependent on the feet carrying it out so that they get to the destination that they want to go to. So this isn't a regular person, that's a relationship of head and feet. And so you have in spiritual terms, where you'll have the head of the Jewish people, the head of the Yidden, the people who are the leaders of the Jewish people, the Chachmei, the Chachamim, the Chachmei Ha'ida, the leaders of the Jewish people. And here you have Moshe being the Rosh B'nai Yisrael, we call him. So too, spiritually, we're saying, K'mokeinu b'Moshe Yisrael. What happens? Shal Yedei Yisrael, which are referred to the Reglaim de Moshe, that through the Yidden, after Moshe has helped the Yidden, there's mashpiyah to the Yidden, he's given over to the Yidden, and helped them bring out their connection to Hashem. Through this process is mitosav ili b'Moshe, that through this Moshe himself is elevated. So it's a reciprocal process. It's not a one-way street, and that's what it means. V'zeh masha kosav sheish meis elef raglei om asher anoichi b'kir boi. The 600,000 people that I'm amongst them. So the simple meaning of the pasuk is that Moshe says, I'm amongst them. I'm in amongst the Yidden. However, the deeper pshat is shalidei raglei ha'om nimshach gili da anoichi b'kir b'shel Moshe. That the deeper explanation is who's the anoichi. Moshe was saying that I'm amongst them. When you have the word anoichi here, it's a hint too that Hashem will be there. That through the Raglei Ha'am, through the Avodah of the Raglei Ha'am, it will affect on Moshe that the Anoichi, Hashem, Anoichi, Mi Sheb Anoichi, the Anoichi, this is the difference, Hashem will be internalized more so in Moshe. So it's a deeper touch of the pasuk. We start off with as three levels. The simple meaning is that Moshe is saying, I'm among 600,000 Yidden, and how are you going to give them a meat for a full month as the Yidden when the Yidden complained? The deeper explanation we're explaining here is that Moshe and the Yidden are compared to the dynamic of Rosh and Regel, head and feet. And so when the head gives guidance to the feet in order to fulfill that which the head says, the feet do it. That Moshe helps the Yidden bring out what they're supposed to be doing in connecting to Hashem through the Torah mitzvahs, bringing out their neshama. Through that process, there's a deeper touch of the pasuk. Through this process of the Raglei Ha'am, of the Yidden, the Raglei Ha'am fulfilling their mission, this adds to Moshe. Moshe is uplifted as well to being more connected to Hashem, which is hinted to the words Anoichi, Asher Anoichi b'kir boi. That the Anoichi Hashem is within Moshe in a deeper level than he had before. So you have this reciprocal process that the Moshe Rabbeinu helps the Yidden do their Avodas Hashem, get closer to Hashem, and through this Moshe is also elevated. He also becomes uplifted in a deeper way too. It's not that he's standing on one place, giving something to the Yidden or giving directives. They follow it, and he stays as he is. It's a dynamic, lively, interactive process where he's giving over to the Yidden, helping them bring out their inner energy of their neshama, and helping them do our mission in the world of living a life of Torah mitzvahs to the fullest. Through this process, he also, since he's fulfilling this, what Hashem says, that he's intrinsically connected to the Yidden, because he's the Rosh, as one body. And so he also, as the Yidden are uplifted, so he too is uplifted, getting close to Hashem. And that's what it means, V'yata tetzaves b'nei Yisrael, v'yiklu elecha shemen zayis. And that's what the pasuk means. That's how we're explaining the pasuk. And you should command the Yidden, and they should bring to you the oil. Through this, that Moshe connects the Yidden with Eirin Sof. And that's what the deeper meaning of the pasuk is. They should bring to you the pure olive oil. What's the pure olive oil? The Yidden bring it to Moshe. It's not going to Aaron. We're not only talking about that the oil goes into the Mishkan and Aaron's going to light the menorah. He needs to get it. We're lifting the pasuk here to a deeper explanation, where each part of the pasuk has something much more and more powerful in the pneumius explanation of the Torah to tell the Yidden. And what is that? That the Shemen Zayasach, what's the Shemen Zayasach? The Yidden bring it to Moshe. That depicts and that shows on that which the Yidden mashpiyah to Moshe, the Yisifu Toisves B'Moshe, that they add an additional to Moshe, an additional energy to Moshe, additional chayes to Moshe. And so we have now an answer to some of the questions and a deeper shot in the pasuk. V'ata Tetzaveh means you, Moshe, have an aveda to connect the Yidden to Hashem. And through this process, they will. Why was it brought to you? Because through this, you also will have an aliyah in your connection to Hashem as well. We'll continue in Ois Gimel. What does it mean? A Moshe Rabbeinu, as Isaiah says, is pashtusa to b'chol. There's an extension of Moshe in every generation. The Zohar refers to Moshe as a Raya Mahemna, a faithful shepherd. We'll see the different pshatim in that, and then we'll later see where is the inner energy, where's the emunah that Yidden have, where does the emunah come from? That Yidden naturally have this emunah Hashem.